to try to you know, get some positive results and not just break even. But even if we lose, we break even. Looks like another mono blood, mid-rangey maybe type of deck. Maybe a mono, maybe it's blood diamond. We'll play first. Say good luck, have fun. A little bit of a slow hand, but it should be okay. These decks haven't been overly fast today, so we'll keep this hand. Yeah, that's fine. Go wild with our Shards of Fate, and then turn 2 we can Chlorophyllia to get a turn 4 Wrathwood. So yeah, get that wild going here. The other Shards of Fate will go for Ruby. Looks like there's not a lot of people playing Fishersmith this tournament, which is pretty crazy because last week Fishersmith was all the rage. Looks like he is Diamond Ruby or Diamond Blood, so we do have to keep, we have to be aware of that when we're siding. We've got a Wild Growth here. Maybe less relevant in this matchup, but we'll see. I can steal bigger stuff with it if I get my Mancubus in play. Double Heatwave can deal with a lot of the things in his deck, though. Also, like if he happens to pull Angel or Vampire King or Living Totem, I can deal with that with Heatwave right now, so that's going to have to happen here. So we'll just Heatwave away that Living Totem right now. That's a pretty good value there for us, so you can't buff it in response. We'll use this for Ruby. And Heatwave away that Totem. Lots of targets for our Turbulence in games 2 and 3. Next turn we do have to play Wrathwood. I mean, we don't have to worry about counter magic here, so we can just kind of like play things out. He has to like kind of answer us in kind. Okay, so he plays another Totem, so we'll just Heatwave it away here again. Just get rid of it, you know? We'll just get rid of it. We don't need to play our Master Moss. We're not rushed to do that. We don't want to give him a chance to buff it out of range of the Heatwave. So yeah, we'll just Heatwave here. And we don't really have any other plays, so we'll go ahead and Shards of Fate for Ruby. I guess the interesting thing is even if he did play... No, that's pretty much the best line of play, because he shouldn't have played the second one if he already had one in play. Like, with Totem, it's one of those where you just kind of like leave it in play and it just kind of gets bigger and bigger type of thing. We're in range of playing Zakiir if we draw into it, but I think I'd rather play Wrathwood. He's got 3 diamonds. He can't sweep here. Doesn't have the 2 blood. So we're pretty good there. He can murder. He can also play his exile card. He's playing Frost Wizard. That's pretty good versus Wrathwood. He still needs to kill the Wrathwood in order to get it to actually do what it needs to do. So if he has murder here for Wrathwood, that's definitely good for him. We'll go ahead and toss it out there anyways, because we really need to get something going on our board state here. We've already used 2 Heat Waves up, so that would have also been nice for the Frost Wizard. But so if he has murder for Wrathwood here, that puts us in bad shape. We need to top deck some more threats at that point. Yeah. So hopefully he just doesn't have murder here. Because what will happen is he'll go to the graveyard and it'll exile him before he gets to come back. He's got a solitary exile. I'm perfectly fine with that. Eventually, I have one Gobbleglade Witch, which can deal with that later. We take 2. We've got a lot of time right now on the board, so it's not looking too bad for us. Like 2 damage is pretty inconsequential for us to have to deal with, and we can play everything in the deck with the hand that we have. At this point, we'll probably just sit on this Ruby Shard in case we need a discard or something. If we happen to draw into, what's it called, Rootfather, we can still play him. Okay, so we can go and Bolt here. Yeah, I'm going to go and Bolt this guy because I don't want to have to deal with him with some of my other stuff. And now we're both kind of in top deck mode. So, that's fine. Gobbleglade Witch, of course, pulls our Rootfather back. Or, I mean, our, not Rootfather, our Wrathwood Colossus back. Luckily, he hasn't played the early Soul Marble here. He didn't draw it. Otherwise, he probably would have played it by now. So, hopefully, he won't draw into it anytime soon. So, I don't really have a good answer for it. This plays another Frost Wizard, sure. So, still looking for some good threats here. So, hopefully, we're really in top deck mode. So, we're really at the mercy of the deck now. Wild Growth, of course, doesn't do very much right now. If we draw... Nope, okay. If we were to draw... what's it called? If we were to draw Mancubus, we could steal his Frost Wizard all in one turn, which is pretty cool. That always feels pretty good. We can debuff our warrior. We can swing and make, and buff our guy once, and he won't block. And then after that, we can do it again and trick with our Wild Growth to take his Frost Wizard. A Living Totem, okay. That's pretty good for him. We still have a trick, so luckily maybe we can get some value out of Living Totem if he tries to block or something. Okay, so that's fine. We're still swinging here. If we draw Mancubus, we can't really steal a Living Totem because he'll just respond by buffing it. Yeah, really not drawing what we want to see here. We'll go ahead and swing in. He knows we can buff. He doesn't want to give up his totem. We're going to go ahead and get damage in here. Because we have the Wild Growth to trick on. We're going to take 4 in response, and then he can give his guy life drain and all that fun stuff. Hopefully we'll draw a monkey or something and start debuffing his field. Yeah, buffs his guy, sure. Again, we really are looking for some more play. Like if he swings all in and we happen to top deck Rootfather, it's basically a game over for our opponent. So at this point, okay, he's buffing his guy up, giving him life drain. He's gonna swing in with him, I guess. Okay, so we'll take 6 here. So I guess we're on the defensive now. We really can't swing in with Warrior. We're taking too much damage, so he'll probably just give his guy flying, though, and just fly over and not have to worry about our guy blocking, even though we can Wild Growth in response. He can double buff him and get him bigger anyways, so we're in really bad shape. We're just top decking shards left and right here. So I think I'll play a Ruby Shard here, so maybe eventually we can get some health, but yeah, we're really in bad shape here. We need him to make a huge mistake. I guess what we can do is we can kill his Frost Wizard with Wild Growth here. At least we've got that. Monkey would help out. Gobbleglade Witch, of course, would help out here. Either one of those things. There's that second blood he's been looking for probably some time now. So we can play like Vampire King or something. Or Inquisitor, sure. So we can still kill his Frost Wizard here, which is kind of funny. Unfortunately, we can't kill his totem. So we are basically just flooding here, and that's one of the biggest issues with this board state right now. So we'll go ahead and block here. And then we'll Wild Growth our guy. Wild Growth our guy. Wild Growth our guy. To kill his Frost Wizard and take 4, 5 maybe. Probably 5. He gains 5, so really bad spot to be in right now for us. Playing a lot of really cheap stuff, so I don't know. Maybe I keep the Heatwaves in this matchup. It's really hard to say. He may not have Angel or what's his name? The Vampire King. He may not have those cards. Rootfather. So we'll go all in on this Rootfather. We'll just go ahead and play him out and swing through. He does gain a lot of health back, and he can fly right over him. I pretty much have to just swing through. I mean, this would have been a much better top deck a lot earlier when the board state was a lot different. But, you know, you take what you get. Still looking like his game right now because he can swing through with so much damage. I can chump off his Inquisitor. He's going to gain a lot of life from that Living Totem. I just need to get a monkey in play right now to deal with Living Totem. That's really what I need. He's going to go ahead and make the block here. Yep, might as well. At least that's less damage coming my way next turn. We'll go ahead and sink in a Shard because we may need to gain some life here. It's unfortunate, but we have to do it. Really need that monkey right now. That would definitely change the whole board state for us. He can debuff our Rootfather. We can swing through for 5, and then he can block, chump him off again. And then he can't play. He can't replay his Inquisitor after that. Yep, pumps his, gives him flying. Yep, swings through for 6 here. So we're at basically a 2-turn clock. We really need to on this next turn draw that monkey. If we don't draw the monkey here, we're dead in the water. So he's not going to replay his Inquisitor, which is interesting because I can deal 8 here. And I guess I'd have to top deck the other Rootfather to. So top deck the other Rootfather or get a monkey. So I have 5 cards in the deck that would work here. Okay, Zakiir can chump block his guy in the sky. So I pretty much, yeah, I just swing through. Actually, I won't need to because I can gain 5 life. So I just swing through, play Zakiir. He doesn't have removal, otherwise he would have removed my guy. Or unless he does it here, he's going to repel my guy. Alright. That's fine. Just got the repel there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and play this Shard of Savagery to gain 5 life, and then we're probably going to end up sitting on Zakiir for quite some time, and then hoping that he draws me the right stuff to close this out. Although we don't have that much time, or we might end up having to chump block with him. So, pretty rough right now. I pretty much had to attack with Rootfather there. I don't really regret that, giving him up to that repel. If I can just top deck a monkey here, that would just fix this whole situation. Can debuff Zakiir, but it doesn't really matter that much. I'm not going to block him anyways. I'm going to end up chump blocking him, if anything. I don't attack with Zakiir in case he has repel. I have to sit on Zakiir. Take 5, possibly 7, 8. Possibly 7 here, depending on if he wants to run his, if he wants to play his Inquisitor. Obviously, I'm not going to make this because he can pump in response. He should pump him once, I think. I think he should just pump his guy once, and then maybe play something else. But he can't, now he can't play his guy, so if he can't play anything else, he might as well pump him twice here. Yeah, he pumps him twice. He has no other plays. So the only thing I have to deal with is this Living Totem, really. I'm going to end up chump blocking it at a turn, I just know it. 5 resources, it's really not enough to deal with his Living Totem if I top deck the... I really need the one that just destroys all non-dragon. That's really what I need here. Fire Servant's okay. Mancubus won't steal his guy. So I guess we just go ahead and go Fire Servant to swing. He's at 29 life. I'm going to end up having to chump block him with Zakiir anyway, so that's really just unfortunate. I guess I might as well just throw out as much stuff as I can. Chump block with Zakiir gives me 1 turn. It's really unfortunate right now. I don't see... I think that there's a certain like ratio of the way that the Zakiir powers get generated. Like the one where it's void all non-dragon troops. I think that's like has the least chance of getting generated. Because that's the one I hardly ever see. Angel of Dawn, yeah, all but locks up this game. If I get my buff card, I can buff my Mancubus to steal his Angel of Dawn with Mancubus. Again, Monkey kind of does help out a lot here with this board state, but the Angel, if I can't deal with that Angel, that's just one more thing for me to have to worry about here. I obviously have to make this chump block with Zakiir to give myself 1 turn. Really needed that power Zakiir to be destroy all non-dragon or void all non-dragon. Plays a Vampire King, not that it makes that much of a difference at this point. So now I see that he's got plenty of flyers, so I know I'm free and clear to side in Turbulence on games 2 and 3. I can steal his Vampire King also if I happen to top deck a Troll. So that 32 life is a lot of life for me to have to push through. Yeah, Master Moss is not going to do it for me. He already knows I have Master Mosses in the deck, so I mean, I might as well just play it out and then just go to swing and call it good games there. So we'll go to game 2 here. Plenty of answers I have in the reserves for this specific matchup, so and it'll be very similar to the way we sided in against mono blood before. It's a very slow deck to play against, so we just play like bigger stuff that he can't deal with. Mancubus is like not the greatest in this matchup either, so we'll probably side him out. He has very few things he can actually steal. And we saw some of those early cards, like I could have stolen those, but alright, so moving on here, let's see what we got. Moving to the reserve phase. So we definitely side in for Gobbleglade Witch, another Zakiir, Wrathwood, Argus. We're basically just trying to go bigger. It's like go big or go home type of thing, you know? So play all those. And we'll pull Mancubus down to... Actually, I'll probably just pull all the Mancubus combo stuff out. Just side it out. It doesn't seem to be that definitive here. That's a lot of card space. Heatwave also not the best here. And Rootfather is also another one I think is not great in this matchup. Especially with the amount of life gain that my opponent has. We can probably... yeah, get rid of a Crackling Bolt and call that good. I should keep 1 Mancubus. I mean, so the only thing about Mancubus is I can steal Vampire token guys. Crackling Bolt seems... yeah, actually, you know, I think I'd rather have Mancubus than Crackling Bolts in here. steal those vampire tokens. I need to have Stink Troll and Wild Growth. Wild Growth, maybe, yeah. Wild Growth, Stink Troll, then I have to put those back in. Oh, crush damage could be good to have. I really don't want to attack that much anyways. Yeah, maybe like that. That's fine. The bolts are good, though. Yeah, maybe the bolts are better. You know what? We're going to go back to the bolts. We'll go back into those. The bolts seem better. Really back and forth a lot here. Bolts seem better. 3 bolts, and then there was the thing. Yeah, this Wild Growth probably needs to come out. Now, the bolts do take care of early drops. Save deck. Still feel pretty good about this match, so we'll see how it goes here. Chlorophyllia is good. No, that's not what I want to see. We obviously have to draw again here. The deck is betraying me. I have Turbulence, and I can get to it. I'm keeping this hand. This feels like I already lost, but we'll see. You know, I've done pretty crazy things before, so I feel like I already lost though. But we'll see. If we can draw, like Chlorophyllia here, that will kind of put us back in a little bit, back into this game. Okay, that's helpful. I'm just gonna go ahead and get my shard here, make it look like I don't have shards. We need 2 wild right now, so unfortunately we have to pick up wild. And we'll pick up wild and play wild. And that gives us the ability to play warrior next turn, which is pretty good. And then Wrathwood, maybe if we draw another shard. I just have to, maybe I'll just hope that he floods. Living Totem's pretty bad for me at this point, because I don't have an instant answer to it, although I have Turbulence if he throws it in the air. Which is what happened last time, so we'll see. That should eventually... Typically, Living Totem's going to go in the air at some point in time. Really big Wrathwood doesn't really help very much, unless we get to the late game. Could have played a Chaos Key there, but I'd rather get more aggressive. So I can swing with Warrior and, you know, try to push damage as quickly as possible here. Hope he throws his guy into the sky, and I can just Turbulence it away. Turbulence, swing for 5, that seems like a pretty good turn to me. Okay, so he's going for the trade here. Do I want to make this trade? I think I'll just take the 2 this time. I have Turbulence, so I do have an answer for it, so that's fine. I'll just take 2. He probably has Repel, though. Oh, he's got Murder. Okay. Okay. Alright. Might as well have murdered before combat, in my opinion, but I don't know why you would want to try to make that trade. Not really what we want to see, so we'll go ahead and throw out a Chaos Key and pass the turn here. We really need to get some of our ramp going here. And we're going to start, hopefully, I don't know, he's probably not going to throw his guy in the sky here. He should just maybe pump him once or something. Yep. 3/3, sure, take 3. Not too bad. We can make it up if we draw a shard. If we don't draw any more shards, obviously we lose. But we did mull to 6, so if we lose this one, it's not a big deal. I still don't feel like this matchup is unwinnable. I do feel like maybe he has a little bit better play here, but we'll see. If I get to a place where I can play Wrathwood, like the game should be locked up. Okay, Tear definitely helps me here. So we can sack it, get our Ruby, gain 5 life, and stay ahead a little bit. But obviously not exactly what we're looking for right now. We can play Wrathwood next turn, so that's pretty relevant given the board state. He may decide to try to fly over Wrathwood, which would be good because then we'll have Turbulence for it. His totem. Plays an Angel, we'll have Turbulence to deal with that, so that's pretty good. Solitary exiles my Chaos Key. Okay. Seems not the greatest. Because he's worried about me playing that extra shard and then Chaos Keying his totem. That doesn't seem that great to me. So take 3 from the totem. And then we'll have Turbulence for his Angel. We'll wait for its attack phase. He really, well, he may be able to give it indestructible if he's got the, but that takes a lot of diamond. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to worry about with that thing. I don't know. I don't think that there is. Maybe I could give it a turn, take 4, play Wrathwood. Yeah, I'll take 4 for a turn and play Wrathwood here for the blocks. It's one more thing, you know, he'll have to exile or do something else with here. Make it look like I don't have Turbulence yet. We're 2 shards away from playing Zakiir, which is also pretty relevant. You can debuff Wrathwood here. Take 4. I almost hope for a double block here because then I can Turbulence during combat. Filk Ape gives me him back if I ever draw that 5th shard. We're going to swing in. He shouldn't make a block here. And then we'll Turbulence his Angel on the combat. He's going to repel my guy. Okay, that's fine. Eventually Filk Ape will get him back. We'll Turbulence his Angel on the attack here. We really need to draw a resource here to play Filk Ape, and that should help out immensely with this board state. Plays a shard. Hope he doesn't. If he drops a Vampire King here, that's better target for Turbulence because I don't want him to make vampires out of my dudes. Okay, that's fine. So we'll Turbulence his Angel here. Take 3. Swing back, get my Wrathwood next turn. That seems pretty relevant. Just gonna murder my Wrathwood so I can't get it back, so 2 for 1 there. Again, Filk Ape helps out immensely with this situation by debuffing that totem. Gobbleglade Witch. Let's see, what do I have this exiled? It's a Chaos Key. Chaos Key for his guy, but I can't really play it yet. I'm going to go and throw out a Secret Lab, and we're just going to take some more damage here. It's unfortunate. I'm probably going to actually have to activate this to get to something. need to get resources is what I really need here. Like, getting back a Chaos Key that I can't actually use is not that relevant. If it was Soul Marble, that would be a lot more relevant to kill with the Gobbleglade Witch. Right now we just are not ramping in this deck. We really kind of need that 5th resource really badly. Play Filk Ape. We can slow down this hemorrhaging right now. There we go, that helps. Okay, we'll Gobbleglade Witch here. And then what we can do is sack it in his end step, get our key back, and then key his living totem. He tries to kill it, we sack in response to get our key back. Hopefully he just can't deal the damage here to finish. He can only deal 5, putting us to 1. We can actually block and sack if he decides to just attack. Actually, he can't really even deal 5 here because we just block and sack here. Can't give this guy crush that I know of. So, block and sack. Got Chaos Key back. I don't really want to discard any of these cards. I don't feel too comfortable secret labbing here. I'm gonna end up using Chaos Key next turn. Like, that's what's going to happen, so. Plays an Angel. Hard casts an Angel. That's annoying. I think that's game. He can double buff his living totem. I have to take the totem here and play Zakiir next turn. And take 4. Yeah. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? I don't think I have a... I can't come back from this. At this point, I'm going to draw and discard to see if I can get... I'm going to discard my Wrathwood, which I will never be able to play here. That's so frustrating. Oh my gosh. I can't stop him. I can play Zakiir here, he can double attack. There's nothing in my deck that can fix the situation that I know of. A living totem, sure. Why not? Just add insult to injury with living totem there, sure. Not sure why he didn't play that earlier, but... yeah. Wow. Well, the deck just did not perform on this one. It just didn't. That's it. There's nothing I can do. Molda, what was it, 5 or 6? I can't stop all the damage. So we went 3-3 today, which is unfortunate. I don't feel like this is unwinnable. I think that he just top-decked an Angel there at the very end. Even then, I guess he did have Totem, so, I mean, he still won. Still would have won even if he didn't top-deck that Angel, but man, that's super frustrating to have to deal with that. That's just... And I just didn't ramp in to get my stuff online early enough. So, there you go. That's, yeah.